Imagine you apply for a job and before calling you, the employer searches your name online. What do you think they will find? Something that opens the door for you or something that closes it? Welcome back. In our previous lesson, we introduced the concept of digital identity. That is everything about you that exists online. Now, in this lesson, we are taking it a step further by understanding why your digital identity really matters in real life. Because today, your online presence is more than just posts and pictures. It's your personal brand. Employers, universities, and even people you meet may form an opinion about you based on what they see online. So the question really is, are you intentionally building a positive identity or are you leaving it to chance? In this lesson, you will learn how your online actions shape your reputation and how to take control of your digital identity to create opportunities instead of losing them. Let's get into it. I'll share my slides in a jiffy. So we're still on objective 2.1, where we create and manage a digital identity. I'm going to make sure I make it as informative as possible. So why your digital identity is important. So we're looking at objectives 2.12 and 2.13, and this is still under level 1 of our digital literacy journey. So you need to think first before you post. So ever Googled yourself? And if you did, what did you find? So everything online about you forms your digital identity, which I'll explain. And employers, universities, and even friends see your online footprint, so it leaves a trail. So your online actions create a lasting impression, and we should endeavor to create a positive one. Okay. So what then is the digital identity? So that's a collection of all online information about you. So if you happen to be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, or Twitter, then we have LinkedIn and the rest. The posts, the comments, the likes, and the shares, they all form part of your digital identity. If you upload images, you upload videos, you write blogs, articles, they all forms part of who you are online. So if you are into academics, then you need to be publishing papers, dissertation, theses, conferences, what have you, books, website, videos. They all form part of your digital identity. So your identity online is your personal brand. Which brand are you creating for yourself? Think about it. And why does it even matter? So potential employers check your social media before hiring, and that is true. Trust me. And schools and admission boards also research applicants online, and even current employers may monitor your online activity. So be mindful of what you put out there. What would they find? Would that be thoughtful post or inappropriate behavior? In digital footprints, every online activity leaves a trace, okay? So the posts, the comments, the likes, and the shares leaves a trace, so be mindful. Photos and videos uploaded, groups and people you follow, and digital footprints are permanent and searchable. So you think, oh, I uploaded this, I've deleted it, and it's totally gone off the internet. Please, you'll be lying to yourself. So angry posts or inappropriate jokes can follow you for years. So you are young, you are in your 20s, you're in your 80s, you come online, you say whatever you want, you insult, the elderly within the society. You have to be very, very careful. You don't need to do that. So let's look at this case study, which is not true about your online identity. Okay. Posts deleted from Facebook are permanently removed after 6 months. Is that the case? Deleting photos does not remove them from the internet. Is this a true statement? Photos deleted may still surface in searches years later. College admissions and employers can research your online identity. So yeah, posts deleted from Facebook are permanently removed after 6 months. And that is not true. It is there. It is there. I am telling you, okay? And building a positive digital identity, what are some of the practical steps we can take? So you need to create and manage a LinkedIn profile, which is professional and complete. So if you don't know about LinkedIn, you want to get into the workforce, create a profile. You can check my profile out. Look for my name, Fifi Obin. Check it out. If you need assistance in optimizing your profile, get in touch with me, yeah? Then you review your Facebook and Instagram where you remove unprofessional photos. So certain photos don't need to be there. So maybe you made a mistake in the past, you can go back. Yeah, you delete it or you remove it, but it will still be there anyway. But at least you're making an effort. Then you can use X to share valuable info. So you need to get a Twitter handle, event volunteering, you post to a blog, you share positive professional content. So you always have to say or share positive stuff, not negative. Yeah. Then you need to think before you share. So before posting online, you need to ask yourself these questions. What am I sharing? Is it in a positive light or a negative light? How secured is it? Who can see it? And what footprint does it leave? Think about it. So think about all of these before you do anything. So don't post in anger. Draft, wait, and review. So if you're too emotional about a particular subject, please don't be in a haste to post. Put it out there. No, it's not good for you. Then managing your online presence. So you take a proactive approach in managing your online presence. So you can share material showing you are intelligent, okay? You are thoughtful, you are responsible, and you participate in volunteer community projects where you can share videos or post about what you are into, okay? Then you can also remove past content showing poor judgment. Then you fill the cyberspace with positive contributions. So if you're passionate about something, start a YouTube channel. You may get 1 subscriber, 2, 3, but gradually you will grow. It's not going to happen overnight, but you have to stay consistent and give out your best. Then tools and resources. So services to improve online identity. You can go to reputation.com and you can also go to brandyourself.com. Reputation.com, I think it's a US something that you can use. So just check it out to help you, protect your online identity. Then you can also look at tips and articles online for managing digital identity. So just do a Google search. You should be fine. Okay. So what are the key takeaways here? So your digital identity is your personal brand online. So don't joke with it. Okay. And digital footprints equate permanent traces of online activity. So the identity is your brand. Your footprint is the activities online, the history and everything. Okay. And you will need to look at proactive and positive contributions to improve your online reputation. And you need to always ask, what impression am I leaving online? Is it a good one or a bad one? So just reflect on this. Google yourself. What do you see? Type your name on Google. What do you see? Do you like what you see? Then identify 2 to 3 things to remove or improve. And just try and post 1 positive piece of content this week. And when you post, you just use the hashtag fittsgh, FITTSG, so that I can also, follow. Put it in the comment section after this lesson. So that's a wrap for today's session. And if you want to learn more about the IC3, kindly head over to certiport.com/IC3. If you want to know more about what I do, fittsgh.net. And please again, if you've not subscribed, if you've not followed, if you've not shared, do well to do that to help my channel grow on YouTube, and recommend me to other people who need training. It can be a whole government, it can be a small business, a large business, or yourself as an individual, come and deliver training that suit what you need for jobs in this 21st century. See you in my next lesson. God bless. Bye bye for now.